Hey, good morning. Welcome to Katallasso Breakfast Family Virtual. We don't even know
It's a breakfast.
What to call this.
Katallasso Breakfast.
If you've been around for any length of time here at the Katallasso family, you know that September, October is the time that we get together all in one room and we have breakfast together.
It's normally a great time, and nothing's going to be different from this morning because while it's going to look a little different in structure, the content is definitely going to be solid.
We are excited to introduce some familiar folks to you, some familiar voices, and some new people. Together is kind of what we do at Katallasso. From patients face to face, listening to them, knowing them, praying with them, loving them. So this is not who we are, being separated by a screen.
Because we're used to being together.
Yeah, together's the thing. Now, as we talked before we started all of this, we know that there are some of you out there, now don't raise your hands, but we know you're out there, that you just don't like group settings. You just don't like the breakfast. You do it because you love us and you come to it. But
they're happy for mornings like this that they can be with us, but at a distance, virtually.
Right, they can drink their coffee at home.
Coffee that actually tastes good.
Yeah, coffee that tastes good. You don't have to wear a name tag. Yeah, we put them on for you, so you don't have to. But we know you love name tags, so next year we'll make sure that we have those ready for you.
You know what?
See, they're already coming off.
I don't like name tags.
So my name's Steve.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're going to be here this morning just kind of guiding things as we hear voices and stories, and hopefully we'll get you through it.
And we're going to share messages of hope, which is quite different than what you're seeing on the news nowadays.
I don't know. I'm tempted, and I know many of you are, is to think that the dominant message is one of kind of death, despair, uncertainty, and just kind of a thick blanket. But we're here to say this morning that there is hope, life, and healing. And all of that happening not only just in Katallasso, although that's what we're celebrating today, but God is doing some amazing things in York County. And we're here just to tell you a little bit about it here at Katallasso.
So stay tuned. If you have not refilled your coffee, now would be the time.
Yes.
Because you are not going to want to miss or skip a beat this morning.
What we're going to do next is we're going to transfer over. You're going to hear from Wayne Furman, who's our medical director, our co-founder, and a voice and a face that many of you are very familiar with. So let's hear from Dwayne.
One of the unique things about Katallasso is we're not just a clinic with staff and volunteers and patients. They're not separated. They're all in the same pot. I think we're in the same fold. And we do use the term family a lot at Katallasso because we are. I have numerous patients that when they come in, we're talking about how's your family. They're asking about my wife and daughter because we share those things. It's not just a provider-patient relationship, it's friends. And many times patients come in just for that relational aspect. The healthcare becomes secondary. It's about building a rich family environment. The medical services that are provided at Katallasso are diverse. It's everything from primary care, some family medicine, podiatry, dentistry, optometry. We have orthopedics come in, gastroenterology comes in. So we have all types of specialties as well as general internal medicine to help meet patients' needs. So some of the specialty services we're able to refer right inside of Katallasso because of the providers that come and volunteer their time. I think back to one of the earliest stories of impact. Probably we were open 2 weeks when we initially had opened our doors, and a young lady came in, and her story is no different than ours or anybody's watching. She was from a place of hurt where she was lost. Unfortunately for her, at the age of 14, she became addicted to heroin. She moved out of her home and was on the streets and had started to figure out her life, tried to improve upon where she was, and was not able to keep jobs because she had these tremendous headaches, and came to Katallasso to find out she simply had high blood pressure. So we were able to put her on meds, control her blood pressure, and wouldn't you know, over the weeks and months that we saw this young lady, her life started transforming. Her desire to finish high school did take place. Her desire to go to college did take place, and she still is in college, pursuing a degree that she wanted to. So we look back on that particular moment of impact, and this young lady's life has been changed eternally because of that. She's seeking direction on her faith. She's being a vital part of the community because of that day almost 7 years ago. Some patients that come in are gracious enough to understand that this is a pay-it-forward opportunity for them. Years ago, we had a gentleman who couldn't pay for his visit or pay it forward that day, but he went to his truck, got his tools, came in and tore the door off the hinges that was squeaky and fixed it. And he said, I don't have any money to give today, but I fixed the door. And I said, Charlie, that is the greatest gift you could give to us because you understand paying it forward. Other ways are from the community, whether it's a church or a business or individuals that believe in what we're doing and have a passion to come alongside people in the community who are hurting and lost, realizing their needs, and that we can improve our community when people in it give graciously. This year with the COVID pandemic that's taken place, I don't think in looking back over the last 7 months that it has been much different for us. We've only changed how we've done things for a short period of time, but the need is still there because the patients that are affected the most in our community by COVID are those that have health issues that aren't controlled. So that need is still there. So we've still been caring for the patients that have uncontrolled diabetes, that need to be on medications, that have poor blood pressure issues or other healthcare needs that need to be addressed. We're still seeing them. We're still walking through life with them and encouraging them, which is especially important in a time like this because there's so much uncertainty, a lot of information out there that they may or may not understand. I think the greatest excitement for me for the future of Katallasso is exactly what we're doing now and the stories that have been told. But these are not just skimming the surface type of impact stories. These are eternal impacts on people's lives, where they're changed not just for a day, a week, or a month, but eternally, where they are finding hope, they are finding a place of safety to come where they can be encouraged and valued. And when you can impact a community like that over hopefully generations to come, you will see change in our community because of the things that we're doing. That's what's really exciting.
You know, Steve, it really is always great to hear from Dwayne, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, yes. We could listen to him all day, but really appreciate all of the work and the prayer and the heart, his heart that really goes into this.
Absolutely.
I know he wouldn't like us saying that, but
no.
Yeah, he's...
But one of the stories we're about to hear next actually shows the heart of a lot of the volunteers and staff at Katallasso.
Yeah, and this is a story we're really, really blessed to have been a part of, that God has given us an opportunity to impact this story. It's a story about Chloe, and Chloe went to 2 clinics that day and had 2 very different experiences, and we'll let Chloe herself tell you the story.
I was 9 weeks, I think 3 days when I found out I was pregnant. I had taken a pregnancy test at home, and then I told my mom, and then she took me down to Planned Parenthood down in York. And then we had 2 options. They said that I can either keep the baby and they'll help me, or if I went to get an abortion that was acceptable up to 10 weeks. If I was under 10 weeks, I could just take the pill abortion. So I went with the pill abortion, and I was like, I can't do this. I couldn't stop crying. So I had reached out to my sister, who helped me with finding somewhere and finding help. And then I found Katallasso, and they helped me, give me shots to help reverse everything. It was wonderful. They helped me with so much. They gave me encouragement.
So I've been with Katallasso since almost the beginning. So for a long time, I was approached by Dwayne and asking for help. And my background is women's health, and I saw a need in the community where women weren't able to access women's health care for mammograms, pap smears, or just regular GYN care. Through the evolution, we started talking about different programs, and when the program came up of the abortion reversal program, I was very excited because it's dear to my heart.
I kept thinking to myself, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Everybody was given a life for a purpose. And I was like, he didn't deserve it, and I wasn't gonna let my child go because of my mistake. I still changed my mind and I kept them, so I'm pretty happy that it did.
Human Life Services and Katallasso entered into a partnership a few years ago, and we were just honored and so excited to do Chloe's first ultrasound in partnership with Katallasso. So we were able to confirm for Chloe that she had a viable pregnancy and that her baby was alive as a result of the abortion pill reversal treatment that Katallasso had administered. What an honor to be a part of that, and what an honor today to celebrate and to see Grayson at 16 months. What a joy.
I mean, yeah, life may be difficult with him sometimes, but it's my child. And there's no other love that you can explain compared to you and your child. And you guys are the best people that I've ever met. I mean, I'm young, you guys didn't know me, and I just came to you guys' life, and you guys came to mine, and it just changed everything. You guys are family, and couldn't ask for better people, truthfully.
Yeah, I don't think there is a better way to show that Katallasso is all about life. Saving lives, reconciling lives, touching lives, and that was just one.
Yeah.
Not just, but it's incredibly impactful.
Absolutely. And that's just one of the many stories of how God is working through the ministries at Katallasso to impact lives. But don't take our word for it. Here are a few stories from some of our providers.
From the get-go, from the time people walk in the door, they realize it's a faith-based practice, faith-based medical office. I mean, I did, over the years, just my faith is essential to who I am, so that's part of who I am as a doctor and part of my mission, my calling. But at Katallasso, I would say that there is actually a more of an upfront understanding that people that walk in the door, that there's a faith component to it. And so, whereas there would be times in the past in my previous practice where I would have the opportunity to raise faith issues and pray with patients and so on and so forth, that becomes even more the norm here than it was in private practice or in practice with East Berlin. And so, so this gives an opportunity to be able to merge the love of medicine with the love of the Lord and just kind of put those two things together in each and every visit.
I'd have to go with, there's been so many, and but I would say actually the most recent one was a gentleman that came in. He was asking for a refill of his medications, and just asked, well, how long has it been since are you current on them? He says, no, since COVID, I haven't been able to, I don't have a job to be able to pay for them. And he was hurting. He really needed his medications. And so here's a person with multiple issues, unable to afford his medications, but feeling blessed that he is able to come here, that he has friends, that he has a boarding house to stay at, even though it's in shambles apparently, and that he actually did finally get a job. It's 4 hours a day holding a sign for a company outside, no matter what the weather is. He said that's a blessing, but it doesn't pay enough to pay for his medications, and that just hit me. I thought we take things so for granted, not really thinking, oh, I need this, I need that, I'll go to the store, I'll run for this, that this gentleman can't do that. And then he added, with a big smile on his face, he says, but I have another job coming, please pray for me. I said, what is it? He says, I'm going to be a janitor, with a big smile. And that's what hit me. I said, I will never complain again. Here's a gentleman that is looking forward to being a janitor, to make enough money, to not only pay whatever bills he has or pay for his medicine, but he said, the first thing I'm going to do is make a donation to Katallasso. I about broke out in tears. It was just, so heartfelt and sincere. And he didn't care about himself as long as he could give in the setting that he had. That's why I come here. That's why I work here, and I hope for a long time.
Honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't know if I'd have to jump through hoops to get services, if I had to show proof of income or things like that. And when I came, I was really humbled by everybody's kindness and generosity. Just the fact that I didn't have health insurance was enough to get services, and I was really surprised by that. I didn't have to prove that I was a resident. I didn't have to show all these other things. For me, it's really been such a blessing to be able to access healthcare in this time where I don't have access to it otherwise. So I definitely want to say thank you. Here I can get my eyes checked. I've been able to see the doctor and get some physical therapy. It's really been a blessing. So I definitely would like to say thank you. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for everyone that gives to this and makes it possible for me and others like me that just don't have access to healthcare right now.
When you give that gift of your time, your money, you really don't understand what that's going to do and how the Lord is going to multiply that. You don't understand that you are literally saving people's lives. People that otherwise would not be serviced. I'm a veteran, retired police officer. I do not have any insurance. My wife doesn't either. My wife is treated here for her diabetes. I've gotten $1,000 worth of free counseling here. Good counseling, biblical counseling. Not just somebody going, hey, you need to take these meds or you need to do this. Somebody that enjoys the Spirit. People pray with you here. When you walk in, it's like family. People recognize you. They ask questions about you. I've had really good insurance in the past, and I never got health care like this. Like I said, when you write that check or whatever, however you donate, it's affecting people's lives, and those people are going on to affect the community and the world.
They are some great stories. God is on the move in York, healing and giving hope and encouragement.
Speaking of encouraged, up next we have Reggie Hunter.
Yeah.
And that guy, our hope this morning is that he gets you as excited as he is about the ministries at Katallasso. Check it out.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. We want to thank you for tuning in to this presentation. I want to thank Katallasso for giving me this opportunity to talk about who they are, what they are, and what they've decided to do as a community organization. Katallasso, located in West York on Belvedere, is a community-oriented facility that has a faith-based premise which allows them to service our community with the love of Jesus Christ. That's applause right there. If you're watching, you ought to be applauding right there in your home, because that's only one of the places in the West York area, as well as York as a whole, that offers not just holistic medicine, but a holistic approach to Jesus Christ. So I want to say thank you to them. I'm Pastor Reggie from Recovery House of Worship Church, York, and we share the building with them. I'm on the front side, they're on the back side, and we've come together to reconcile the community spiritually, mentally, physically as well. At Katallasso, they offer a multiple different types of service. They offer health and welfare, they offer counseling, they offer medication, they offer diabetes check, they offer blood test screening, they offer many different services, and they offer one of the things that I want to expound on just a minute, and that's hope. They offer hope that no matter what your situation is, no matter what you've been devastated by, you can come to Katallasso and you can get some of the very things you need to become whole once again. They even offer some food for those that need food. They offer other things that they can direct you to. They offer counseling so that you can get what you need mentally. You can get those things as well. They offer eyeglasses. They offer some dental services. They offer a multiplicity of things that you might not think that they offer, and they got it for a reasonable price. They offer this stuff free. I'm glad you asked how they do it. I'm going to tell you how they do it. It takes contributions. They've been around for 8 years, and the director right now and the co-founder, Wayne Furman, is one of the guys guys who's been there from the start, and he's on the ground with the rest of the team that's over there, beating the concrete, trying to make this thing a success, trying to make it stable. How do they do that? They do it from individual contributions. They do it from church contributions. They do it from different people who have a heart for Jesus Christ. They pray for one another. They pray. They have a team of doctors. They have a team of nurses that believe in the hope and shot that Jesus Christ can give them, and they stand firm, free, giving medical services. I want you to not miss this. Free is the cost for you to come and get examinations. Free is the cost for you to come get blood pressure. Free is the cost for you to get help with your diabetes. That stuff is free, and they offer it. And man, if you come there and you just want to get prayer, free prayer as well, so you can come there and get what you need to be made whole, no matter what your situation is. Katallasso itself stands for reconciliation. They want to reconcile people back to their natural state of living. They want to reconcile people back to their natural state of health. They want to reconcile, even if you don't know Jesus Christ, they want to reconcile you to Jesus Christ. They want to make sure that Katallasso is a part of the community, that it stands firm on Belvedere right now, that it can be helpful to you in no matter what way you need health insurance. You don't need that as well. No matter what you need, they want to be able to help you get your health back, get your life back, get your wholeness back, and holistically not just help you, but help your family as well. They want to be able to offer something that you can't get anywhere else. What is that? I'm glad you asked. That is being able to come to a place where you know that it's faith-based recovery, faith-based reconciliation. There's faith-based staff. There's faith-based people who will help you. There's faith-based doctors. There's faith-based everything there. And they believe in Jesus Christ. One of the reasons I'm endorsing them is because I believe the same way that they do. I believe that we need to be reconciled. Come into our refuge and get reconciled, not just to your health, but also to Jesus Christ. We want to reconcile you in whatever way we can. And we want to partner with Katallasso to help you do that. So if, in effect, you're hearing this message for the first time, or if you heard this message before, we want to continue to expound on the fact that Katallasso is in the heart of the neighborhood of West York, right on King, between King and Market Street on Belvedere. And we want you to come. We want you to come, make an appointment and come. It's not a walk-in clinic, but it's a clinic where you can walk in and not walk out the same way that you walked in. So it's some walk-in services that you can get. So when you walk in, you'll come out changed. You'll come out prayed for. You'll come out with a new position and a new way of looking at things from Katallasso's perspective. We want to continue to pour into Katallasso. Those of you that don't understand what Katallasso is, it's hard to be a faith-based organization because government won't give you funding if you talk about Jesus. So we want you to know that it takes funding for them to come and people to pour into them, and doctors that come and volunteer their time, nurses come and volunteer their time, counselors volunteer their time. I'm going to start volunteering my time to help with recovery processes so that we can start helping people that come with drug addiction problems to be able to reconcile themselves from drug addiction to be able to become whole. So I'm here today to tell you that Katallasso is in the neighborhood and it's available to you. It's available to anyone that needs health care without insurance. It's free. No, you don't have to be in West York. You can be from any of the surrounding counties. Just come and get the medical treatment that you need. If you don't have eyeglasses, come get an eye exam for free. Get some eyeglasses for free. There are people who are donating frames, donating lenses, donating their services. There's a doctor that's donated his time, all of his equipment, and he's doing an awesome job at giving people their sight back. Some of us have been lost in darkness for a long time, and we need our sight back. Not just our physical sight, but our spiritual sight back as well. I'm one of those ones that had lost my sight, and now I'm walking spiritually in a new light, and I'm offering that to you today to have that opportunity to partner with us as we help the community, as we take the holistic approach. Holistically, we want to help not just the person that suffers from the illness, but we want to also help the person who takes care of that person, or the person who's take care of the children so that person can get the help that they need. We want to be holistic in our approach so that we can not only help the one, but we can help the whole family become one. That's the approach. That's what we want to do. And I'm honored to be able to talk about Katallasso today. I'm honored to be able to partner with them as we move forward in this new year. Even though the COVID pandemic is going on, we're here today to tell you that no matter what you're going through, you can get the help that you need. No matter what your illness is, you can come and get what you need. And even if we don't have the facility to do what they have there, there's recommendations that they can send you to other places that will offer the services, one of the partnerships that they have is WellSpan. They'll send you over to WellSpan. If they don't have what they need over here, they need radiology, you need whatever it is, they'll send you over there and let you get the treatment that you need. They have people who are willing to pour into what this ministry is all about. So today I just want to tell you that I'm grateful. And I'm thankful that I'm a part of their movement. I'm glad that I'm grounded now with Katallasso and beginning the partnership, Recovery House of Worship Church. We're going to partner with them. We're going to do what we can to donate our time, our talent, and our treasure as well, so that we can be a part of making sure that even some of our members can get the help that they need if they don't have insurance. Even the people that are in our community on 701 West King Street can get the help that they need as well. So if you're listening to this message, hopefully you've been inspired to know that Katallasso is in the business of not just doing medical service as usual, but Katallasso is in the business of making sure that not only do you get the medical services that you need, but you also get the psychological, the physical, the mental, all of the other components that are necessary for you to be able to have a life that leads to hierarchies, that you'll be able to get the things that you need and be able to just have what you need to have a wholesome life. So we want to help you get those things. We want to partner with you as this process begins to take effect. It's been 8 years that it's been in existence, but we are looking forward to the next 8 years. We're looking forward to the next shift that's going to happen. We're looking forward to the new building. We're looking forward to the new people. We're looking forward to the new volunteers. We're looking forward to the new contributors. We're looking forward to those people who will be inspired enough to want to help somebody else. So if you heard this message today, we hope at Katallasso that you can come on and help us do what we need to do for the community. This is our plea today. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good one.
Wow.
Yes.
I told you that Reggie
Yes.
Hunter was excited about Katallasso.
Nobody wants to follow Reggie's energy, right?
It's a good thing they don't have to this morning.
That's right. That's right. So our hope this morning is that you leave our time together encouraged, inspired, that God is doing a work in York County through Katallasso, through you and your partnership with us. I want to say from those inside of Katallasso, the staff and all that work there, to say a profound thank you to all of you who volunteer, who give, who pray for us unceasingly. Together, God is doing a work through us in York. As you saw, just a little bit. So our hope is that you leave encouraged today. And of course, you can visit our website, catimpact.org, if you'd like to know more about what we do. Maybe we're new to you. But our prayer is that you go away encouraged and know that we are grateful for you.